Hi guys, on this video I will show you how to create a fabric brush. And be sure to stick around until the end for a bonus tip. Let's begin with an image of the texture you want. Any image works as long as it looks like ironed fabric laying flat on a surface. Since we are using an iPad, I am using the Photos app to crop the image into a square first. Here I am also looking for an area that I feel will give me the best repeat. Next, I look at the weave of the fabric up close and wiggle with the crop tool to straighten it as much as I can. Remember, this will be the base for a repeat pattern, so look for the best horizontal and vertical lines around the edges. When you are working with a picture of a fabric, the weave will rarely be a perfect repeat, so if you want a better quality brush, fine-tune as much as possible, aligning the yarns around the edge while editing in the Photos app. I will clarify this point further once I move on to the Procreate steps. I like prepping my image here as much as possible, so my next step is to desaturate it. Removing the color and working with grayscale makes it easier to adjust next. Now scroll to the contrast setting and adjust so that your highs and lows are clean and crisp. This will vary from fabric to fabric, but I think this visual shows you why I did it. Let's move over the Procreate next. Open the brush library and tap on the plus sign at the top to create a new brush. Scroll down to Shape. Tap on Shape Source above the large circle. This will open the shape editor. Tap on Import and choose Source Library. You can pick any shape you like here. I usually go with the medium hard brush because it's lightly blurred edges and settings, which minimizes adjustments. It's also pressure sensitive, which works great for fading and shadows. Then, hit Done at the top right corner. Now we are going to add our texture. Scroll down to Grain, then hit Grain Source. This will open up the Grain Editor window. Choose Import and import a photo. Choose your swatch from your Photos library. Now tap on the swatch with 2 fingers to invert the colors. Without leaving the Grain Editor window, select the Auto Repeat option. As you can see, Procreate automatically created a repeat and blended the edges to make it more seamless. But the overlaps looked too blurry, so I wiggled with the border overlap and mask hardness settings until I was happy with it. Once you are happy with the results, hit Done at the top right corner. And on the Grain Behavior section, switch to Texturized. Next, adjust the scale of the repeat as you like. And I usually increase the contrast all the way up and adjust the brightness settings. This will vary with each brush, so be sure to play with it until you get the results you want. You can also adjust the maximum size of the brush on the Properties section. This helps if you are planning on using the texture on large areas. Now let's get to testing the new brush out. Create a new layer and choose a color for the pop threads. I chose white. Fill the entire layer by dragging the color onto the canvas. Now add a second layer for your fabric color. Pick up your brush and paint. I didn't like the size of the pattern, so I went back to the brush settings, selected grain, and increased the scale. And voila! I absolutely love how this texture turned out. Now let's kick things up a notch by creating a fade effect brush for this texture. First, I am switching the colors of my fabric to show you how easy it is to get different combinations when you keep your pop thread and texture layers separate. Open your brush library, slide your new brush to the left, and choose Duplicate. Go to Grain, choose Grain Source, and tap on the swatch with 2 fingers to revert it back to the original color. Next, lower your contrast and your brightness. Remember that the brightness will make the main color more or less solid, so if you'd like less fading, bring it down further. For this fabric, I decided I also wanted a more irregular and blotchier shape for my fading. So I went back to the grain menu and chose a different shape from the source library. And here you go, guys. You've got the most perfect fade effect for a worn-out look. Remember that the brush is pressure sensitive, so it's super easy to work up the most realistic effect. I also usually reduce the size of the brush around the center, and then increase it around the edges for a more natural look. And that's a wrap. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. You can also save yourself a load of time and check out my set of fabric brushes. It's super affordable and comes with over 100 textures, including linen, jersey, denim, fishnet, and loads more. Please like and subscribe, as it helps the channel grow. If you are a fashion designer, be sure to join our community by visiting my website and adding your email to my newsletter list, where I will share exclusive content and discounts. And don't worry, I won't spam you or sell your info. Thank you for watching, and see you on the next video.